So bear with me. Obviously, this is not the setup I was hoping for, but I'm in my kitchen right now and the window's really great. So I thought I would kind of talk to you guys and do my makeup. I have like my everyday makeup and look in this Longchamp bag, which I absolutely love. If you're really looking to invest in Longchamp and you don't want to get the pliage totes, I suggest this because I use this as a clutch sometimes, which looks really cute. And if you go to Nordstrom Rack, they have them for like $30, and it's just brilliant because it's that sort of nice material where you can wipe down and it doesn't take up much space, and it's actually so light. So I was traveling yesterday to a different state and I had to take my makeup with me because it was a really early flight and I didn't need to have my makeup on until much later. So this is all that I took with me, literally all I used, and it looked fantastic. So I thought I would recreate it, and and I just wet my beauty blender, but my beauty blender was in there too. So how are you guys? What's going on? So I have this e.l.f. brow pencil. I think it must be like a medium brown. I don't really know. I brush my brows up, and I have my favorite NARS palette at the moment, which is called the Hot Nights Face Palette. And it has 4 eyeshadows and a highlighting blush powder, and then Manihi, which is the bronzing powder, which has been my absolute favorite color. It's brilliant, so whatever. So that's what that looks like. It's really, really nice. So I just used this mirror to do everything. I actually went into a Nordstrom and I went into the women's lounge and just kind of like did my makeup there. But so I just fill in my eyebrows, kind of get the base color underneath because I have long brows, but they're not quite full. So I kind of like color it in a way, but not too heavy to look plastered on. And it just kind of gives me like a foundation, if you will. I also need to get my eyebrows done, so this is probably not, going to look like the best shape that I can normally achieve. But yeah, I might be moving again. So I will let you know. And I'm so sorry that I haven't been available for a while, but my career is just taken over my life. So then I have Hourglass Golden. This is the Vanish Stick, which is my favorite. And I actually use it underneath my eyes as well. And I kind of like dab it on everywhere. And this is great for traveling because it's not a liquid or anything, and it takes up little to no space. And with my beauty blender, I apply my makeup. And I do sort of like short bursts. I'm still into the beauty blender. Sometimes, even if I had a liquid foundation, I still think I'd use the beauty blender. It gives me the best finish for my skin. It really looks natural. It's never caked on, and it just applies beautifully. And this foundation is fantastic. I did try the liquid version of this, and it did not look nice at all, nor did the colors match me. So it's not like the same shade is the same shade in the liquid. So that was kind of annoying. But this is brilliant. This works for me when I'm tan, this color. And it also works for me when I'm a little bit paler too, which is quite interesting. So it's nice that I don't have to invest in 2 shades. So it kind of gives me like a little base. And then I take my YSL, and this is the Touche Eclat High Cover Radiant Concealer. And this is in the shade 1.5. I kind of tap it into the tube cap, and then I just focus it mostly here. And you can do like the V, but this has given me the best results, if you can see. And then with the pointy bit, and I squeeze it, I very gently tap it all the way underneath my eye. And you do have to work fairly quickly with this one. So this is different to the Touche Eclat, the normal one, because this is actually more considered more of not a highlighter, but a sort of brightener concealer. And this is a little bit lighter than I like, so it gives not a white cast, but as you can see, it's definitely brightened me up. But using the flat end of the beauty blender, or sort of like the curvature here, I kind of blend that in without getting rid of all the product, and then just the really pointy part to like make sure it's covered me nicely. And then sometimes, which I did yesterday, I do go over again with the foundation stick and bring it over a little bit. And I felt like that just gave me the best look without looking too light and too artificial. I have really bad allergies today. I don't know what's going on. So that's how that looks. I do have this Brow Wiz Medium Brown Anastasia pencil as well, and I will go back in, and because this is a little bit more finer than the e.l.f. one, I can really go in between the hairs and kind of make sure the shape is completely correct. And I've got little gaps at the moment, so I'm just trying to make them grow out, and then I can have them shaped nicely again. But in New Orleans, I found it hard to find a really good eyebrow lady. The Benefit counter does a great job at waxing and fine-tuning my eyebrows, but they're $30, and I'm not spending $30 for eyebrows, especially when, you know, you can get them much cheaper. And then by the mall, there's this eyebrow lady who does it for $12, and she does threading, and that's really good. But I had her associate last time, and I don't think she was as good as, but $12 is way better. And then I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is the medium brown. It's the sort of eyebrow wand, and it has a little bit of color again, but I use this to kind of set my eyebrows. I do like that sort of like combed eyebrow look at the moment. So that's that. And then I went in with my Anastasia. Do you remember how much I used to love this? I used to use this all the time. This is the matte highlighter in Camille. And I just kind of rediscovered it again in my makeup case, and I've been using it again. So I don't go quite underneath the brow, but I use it as a highlight, and then with my fingers I push it up and kind of at an angle. You've got to be careful with this that it doesn't look too white and chalky. It has a pink undertone to it, but you definitely have to blend it nicely. And this is just an easy way to highlight your eyebrows without using a different eyeshadow or messing up another brush, what have you. So that's that. And then what else did I have? What did I do? Oh yeah, then I went with this brush. This is a color brush. I believe it's bamboo. I got this from TJ Maxx, and it's so unbelievably smooth, and I just love this angle. And I used the bronzer, and I really kind of contour my face with this. This is such a stunning bronzer. I can't tell you how beautiful it is. And I just kind of work this around the temples and my cheekbones and a little bit underneath my chin, and then kind of like dust it over. It gives me a beautiful bronze look, a nice shape to my cheeks. It's great. And then I kind of like get rid of any excess, and I use the highlighter, and I just place this on the top of my cheekbones. And I use this very sparingly in the day. Then I use my beloved NARS Smudge Proof Pro Prime eyeshadow base. I have not steered away from this for many, many years. It's just fantastic, no matter what eyeshadow I use, whether it be cream shadow, whether it be powder shadow, it just prevents any creasing for me. I love it so much. And then I use my Indian Wood Pro Long Wear paint pot. This is gorgeous. Really, really, really beautiful. I love it. It's like a bronzy foil color. And I give a good wash over my lids, focusing in the middle and then kind of like using the rest to spread out. And it's so simple and so chic, especially because the light catches it. So sometimes it looks quite brown. Sometimes it has like a real nice gold to it. It has that metallic look, and it's not like too done up either for work. And you could completely leave it at that. But I did, just because I had a bigger day yesterday, I used this Sonia Kashuk brush. It's like a little dome brush. And I went into the bronzer and I just kind of plopped it in on the on the corners of my eyelids. It just gave a little bit of definition. It's pretty much in the same color family, and then I pulled it over so that it would go into my crease. And I feel like that just made it a little bit more polished for what I was needing it for yesterday, but I have totally done it where it's just the paint pot. So that's that. And then I did go into this dark purple shade and again kind of work that into the crease just a little bit. And this definitely defines the corner of your eyes a lot more. And normally whatever is the darkest shade that I use in the corners of my eyes is generally what I bring down underneath my eyes as well. So I'll show you that too. So yeah, I work that in, and then with a little brush. This is the Sigma E20. I went into that dark shade and I kind of pulled this across my lower lid. And then with that same dome brush, I blended that. So there we have it. And then finally, I did do this where I used my Camille and used it to line my waterline too. So I always dab it with tissue and then put it in, and it just acts as a nude eyeliner and brightens my eyes up. I definitely needed that look yesterday. And then I have this e.l.f. No Budge retractable liner in the shade black, and this is great. It's a little bit thicker than I'm used to, but I like it because it's very smooth and creamy. And I went across my whole lash line. And then I winged it out, like so. And it's not supposed to be precise. You know, I didn't want to look like I was glammed, but obviously I wanted to look polished as well. So if you have like kind of wrinkly eyelids like me, you really do have to pull it taut and make sure that the pencil doesn't skip over some parts. So I generally go over it like once or twice more. And then I just did my waterline, my top waterline as well, just to darken it up. And then I used my little Besame Cream Rouge blush in Apricot 705. To me, this is not an apricot shade at all. It's more of a corally red, and it looks kind of scary to use as a blush, but I use my 2 fingers, I kind of dab like so, and then I just place it on my cheeks. And this is probably one of the best blush I've ever used. it stays on all day and truly, truly gives you that absolute flush you want, that post glow, that, you know, I don't know, just it's really, really beautiful. You know, that post workout glow, or a little bit of a sun kissed burn, or um, you know, I don't know, kind of being in the cold. It's super rosy. It's, I don't know, with my fingers I can really like contour it, and it just like pops my cheeks out. I'm not sure how much you'll be able to see with this lighting, but trust me, it's there and it stays there and it's really obvious. It's not like my other powder blushes where I put it on, it looks good, but then it somehow goes away. And then finally, I used the Caution Extreme Lash Mascara by Hourglass in Ultra Black. And I use this primarily because it was small. I do use the Lancome Hypnose otherwise. But this is a really good mascara. It's very black, which I like. Of course, when I record a video, everybody wants to text me. But this was so simple, and it's like all my favorite makeup products at the moment, and it's so achievable that, you know, I think you guys will enjoy it. It's what I've been wearing all the time. I have not thought about changing it up really much. And it's just so easy. And obviously I'm talking to you, so it's going to take 15 minutes. Otherwise, normally it takes me about 6. So it's a really, really easy one to do. And I really play with this mascara so that it builds and builds and builds and gets me the desired look. And I like a sort of thicker, chunkier eyelash look. I hope you can see. To me, it's cute. And that is it. I just put like a little lip gloss on my lips, but before I did that, I used the same pot and just gave a little bit of color, like nothing too crazy. And it's nice because it matches with my cheeks. I love this product. Yep. And there you go. That is my look. It's so easy. It's so, so easy. And I think you will really enjoy doing it. So let me know if you try it. I 100% recommend this palette. It's just perfect for your eyes and face. And normally I was gonna go for the other palette, which was a little bit more cooler and neutral toned. But the lady at Blue Mercury, she was so right. She was like, I'm sure you've got 1,000 colors like this. Try this one. And I did, and it was great. So that is that. I will see you in my next video. Take care, guys. Bye.